So you could imagine the amount of work that needs to be done in terms of raising funds. And there have been a lot of generous quarters and cells and areas that monies have been coming from. But we feel that a community-based organization should be foremost to help an institution like this. A hospital is a place that you never can tell when you'll need it. And when you need it, it is there. The great part of it is one of the best hospitals in Canada, I would say, as far as the heart treatment is concerned. Now with the cancer research, I think Dan Carrier was telling me this evening that the first cancer patient received his radioactive treatment this Monday, which I think was really great. It's an opening, and congratulations to the hospital staff who's here. And that's a real achievement. And we worked very closely, and I think to a good friend here, Arma Labarge, Chief of York Region. All right. I'll tell you the story. We first sent the invitation, letter of regret. Wow. Because she'll be always there to help us out. Anyway, thank you very much, and I'll leave the podium for other speakers to come and say a few words. Thank you.
I had the honor and the privilege to go to Pakistan a couple of years ago, and I saw this magnificent country. I don't know how many of you who have been there that were not born there, but it's a magnificent country full of opportunity, and I wish we could do something to help with some of the challenges they face so they'd have an easier time realizing what is a massive potential over there, because they have wonderful, smart people and a wonderful, beautiful, enterprising country, and I'm not surprised at all at the quality of people that came to Canada from there, and their children and grandchildren who are now here making such a big contribution to this country. So Cam, thank you for having me, and I wouldn't have not been here. I will always follow your instructions as to where I'm to be, and I want to thank you for the success of this fundraising campaign.
Southlake. As an MPP, I've had the privilege of working with Dan Carrier. I know of no one in the healthcare field who has shown more leadership, more dedication, more persistence and perseverance than Dan Carrier. His name came up at cabinet meetings many times as a thorn in the side of our cabinet, because he always had an answer as to why more money should come to York Region. And I was proud to be an advocate of ensuring that we support Dan's vision, and not only Dan, but his entire staff of dedicated people, from the surgeons, the physicians, the nurses, the administrative staff. We are so fortunate in York Region to have a team that has a vision but also knows how to implement that vision. And so on that count, I just say thank you to everyone gathered here who had so much to do with ensuring that the resources are there to continue to implement that vision.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim, and I'll greet you in those universal words of peace. Assalamu alaikum. And we do an annual golf tournament called Cops for Cancer, and have supported that facility because I, like probably some of you in this room, have actually been a patient there. And I came to this area in 1973 from a small community that is in the news these days for all the wrong reasons, a little village of Tweed. And 1973, Southlake didn't exist. It was known then as York County Hospital. And Dan, I still remember that old door on the front of the building, and certainly about 1/10 the size that it is now, servicing probably about 1/20th of the population it services now. That's a bit of a commercial plug, but I'm not ashamed to say it. He does fantastic work. So I just feel so much at home in this house and in this community, and with you, because I see each and every one of you. Victor, I see you at so many events. I see each and every one of you at so many events that are outside of your own community, because your community is all communities, and I think that speaks volumes of what this community and what Canada is all about. So inshallah, we shall get together again soon to raise funds for the hospital, and I just want to thank you for giving me the opportunity to address you here this evening. Thank you.
The NSPC has supported so many other entities around the world, whether it's been through natural catastrophes, whether it's been for educational purposes, whether it's been in support of underprivileged children. The list goes on and on and on. So to be honored by having you participate and support Southlake is truly extraordinary, and I'd like to thank you for that. Because the MSPC has the opportunity and has choice, and I'm thrilled that you've said this evening that that was a first step or a baby step in the start of many steps. I hope I have the opportunity to come back into your home on numerous occasions to celebrate those steps with you. What makes it even more wonderful, Cam, is I've found a new neighbor because you just live around the corner from me, so I could come by more often. I think the MSPC has, as part of the community and as a community-minded group, has set the bar now. I appreciate your contribution and your leadership with the MSPC. Thank you.
I'd like to say thank you very much from the bottom of our hearts. You have truly made a difference in people's lives from your contribution tonight, and we look forward to working with you in the future. Thank you very much.
Every day, life-threatening arrhythmias, which is basically irregular heartbeats, are cured at Southlake using an innovative ablation procedure. Our team performs more than 700 of these procedures annually, and unfortunately, due to increased demand and lack of space at the hospital, we have a wait time of approximately 12 months for this cure.
Last but not least, ladies and gentlemen, we have a small token of presentation, and this is for my very hard-working cameraman for past 30 years. No matter where I go, whether it's Vancouver, it's Islamabad, London, Paris, or whatever, we have traveled extensively, John, together, and the Multicultural Society of Pakistani Canadian do recognize his services and efforts. He's always there whenever I need him or community need him. To recognize his services for past 30 years, I would like to call my very handsome cameraman, Sabir Gaya, come over here. There is a small token of presentation. He's setting up his cameras. He is smart. Because he knows he's going to be shown on the television, right? I would request...
Working very dedicatedly with the society. There's not a function is complete unless he's there to make the coverage. And we thought that this is the time that we give him the recognition. In order to make this presentation, I'd asked Honorable Frank Cleese to join us. Honorable John Tory, Chief of Police. And Councillor David Cohen, you can join us as well. Tonight is Katie Mullah, very dedicated director who has been with us for a long time as well. So I'd like to take this opportunity to thank my directors for the hard work they do behind the scenes, and they get very little recognition. But tonight, I want to give them very public recognition for all the hard work they have done, the dinners they have held, not this dinner, but all the dinners. We have had 26th dinner at which we had the fundraiser, and the Multicultural Society was awarded the distinction, the honor of being a charitable organization for having been in cultural affairs and helping community for 25 years. So we are very honored, and a lot of these gentlemen and ladies, one lady is missing, have been with us. So please, on behalf of myself today, not because you are the society, me personally, please accept my sincere thanks